Hi everyone, welcome back to Blur's Bakes, where I bake things that are blessed because they're so delicious, but cursed because I can't stop going back for more. In today's episode, we're going to be making a white chocolate brown butter macadamia nut cookie. They are chewy, they are buttery, and they are delicious. Let's get into it. Before you get started with the cookie dough, I'm going to recommend that you toast your macadamia nuts. I feel like they kind of taste like lipstick if you don't toast them. That's just my personal opinion. So I went ahead and I baked these in the oven, 250 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just take them out when they look a little bit toasted. And we are going to chop them in half. I also went ahead and chopped up a white chocolate bar because I also like chunks with my chocolate chip cookies. All right, so for the dough, we're gonna go ahead and start with 135 grams of unsalted brown butter, and we're gonna put that into our bowl. We're also gonna pour in 95 grams of sweetened condensed milk, and we're gonna do 80 grams of light brown sugar packed. Okay, so now we're gonna take this to the mixer. We're gonna mix it up until it's a light color. It's all creamed together. We're gonna add in 1 egg and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I accidentally put in too much vanilla, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna put it back on the mixer, and then we're gonna measure out some flour, and we'll add that into the mixture. All right, so in a separate bowl, we're gonna put 190 grams of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, I'm gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and just mix it together with a fork. Once the dough's all mixed up, we're gonna slowly add in some of the flour mixture. And just make sure to scrape down the sides once in a while. Don't overmix it because you don't want the dough to be too dry and crumbly. So now we're gonna add in our add-ins. For my add-ins, I have about 50 grams of white chocolate chunks, 30 grams of white chocolate mini chips, and 65 grams of roasted macadamia nuts that have been roughly chopped up. Okay, we're just gonna mix it until combined, so that looks good. All right, so after everything's incorporated, we're gonna go ahead and scoop these into 6 bakery-sized cookies, and then we'll let them rest in the freezer for about an hour. Okay, so our cookies have been in the freezer for 2 hours. So we're gonna put 3 cookies on a baking sheet with wax paper on a light tray, and we're gonna cook them for 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. So after the cookies are done baking, I'm just gonna top it off with a few more chocolate chips. I just cut up some more chocolate to stick on the top of the cookie. I'm gonna let the cookies cool for 10 minutes on the tray before I move them over to a wire rack. Thank you so much for joining me today in my YouTube video. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.